baby.
Ooh, she's talking like that tonight?
Yeah, sassy.
Slower, baby.
Where the fuck is my
Okay, we're on the air
controller?
for guess what? Drum rolls. Is
Woo!
it season three? For
I think
real, huh?
so. How about that? Time flies, right?
Good grief. We're gonna have to step it up this season, whatever that might be.
Except I think for Dave,
Hey,
it's gone in
no.
reverse. Dave, you're getting younger, right?
It's the whole Benjamin Bratt thing, or Benjamin Button, I should say, not Bratt. That's an actor. Hey, let's start over. No, so yeah, uh, obviously, we're about what, 10 days out from the opener? Not even. I guess Liverpool's playing on a Friday to kick it off. So just a little over a week away. As you can imagine on my end, all the things I wish would have come together for my team are really not just yet and probably won't. So as far as me reading headlines and going, oh, that'll happen. No, I refuse. I don't
Do
even
you,
know if I believe what's his name anymore. What's the Italian
Fabricio
guy?
or David Ornstein?
Yeah,
Do you get into all the transfers,
Romano.
Dave? Are you looking
Romano.
them up every day?
Nope, I don't because it's probably not going to happen anyway. You think I'd have a better attitude having just won a trophy, but I know what's really going on. That nothing changes. Anyway, aside from my early woes, yeah, we're here coming up on EPL. It's been a summer full of soccer, but we're about to head into a very, I would say, unpredictable EPL year, which next week we'll get into our predictions. But for now, I guess we can focus on top stories. I know my top story, and that's that Son has left Spurs, and as far as I know, he's already in LA. And like, is that a thing? It's signed. He's done.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
He
he's
was he
yours.
attended the
Is
match.
is he
He,
Galaxy or LAFC?
FC, right?
LAFC. Yeah,
Yeah.
FC.
LAFC.
Yeah, so he's not going to Trent's side. He's going to the other side.
Nah. I'll take anybody to the MLS, especially a guy like that. He's all people think he's like past his prime. He is, but that's a different prime for the MLS. So he's only 32 and he's still got it in him. So that's a big signing. It's a record signing for MLS
I
in
saw
20
that.
history.
million.
Yeah,
So
I saw that.
26 million, I think, after
Okay.
it's all said and done.
Okay.
But he was at their League's Cup match last night, and that's good. That's going to send LA into a totally different fan base now. They have
Yeah.
the Hispanic side locked down for sure downtown LA. That's going to bring the whole Korean culture to the stadium now. But yeah, Sun to Spurs, or sorry, from Spurs to LAFC. That's a big deal.
Dave, how do you view his time at Tottenham over the last decade?
Well, it's obviously amazing coming in from Leverkusen, and his partnership with Harry Kane was just unreal. If you look at his assists, he has so many assists. I'd be willing to bet 60% of those were to Kane. I'm not sure what it was, but they were just a deadly partnership. And
Aren't
they
they?
freed each other up, and they all went through a bunch of managers, so styles changed. Even when we had Conte, he won the Golden Boot. So yeah, I mean, obviously an amazing player. Within the last 2 years, his legs really just went. If you look at what he's trying to do, he was still doing the motions, but it was harder for him to get it done. And his shot, it used to be so venomous. It just kind of lost its power. Every now and then he'd have a little flare up, but he's obviously very instinctive and can still score and still be an integral part of Spurs, but the age just caught up to him. And so it's a good time. It was a little quick and surprising, I guess, that it happened. So, being in Korea for a friendly, and he just says, I'm not flying home, or I'm
Hmm.
not flying back to London. So, yeah, looking back, if you do like a YouTube clips of all his goals, some of them are just sick. I mean, just rifles, top corner stuff. We've never had a player like him. I mean, the one before him that we did was Bale. Bale was doing things like that were just ridiculous goals that the keepers just could not read. and or if they read them, there was nothing they could do about them. So loyal servant, faithful servant, but it's time. So here we
Were
are.
were
He
him
worked
and
his ass off too.
were him and Kane like the most prolific in terms of goal contributions? Weren't they the most prolific
I think it will. I
duo
think
in the
that's been,
Prem?
yeah, documented or whatever. I'd have to go back and Google that, but I'm pretty sure that they hold the record, I guess, between goals and assists between the two of them together as a strike force. But yeah,
I think I
I don't
think
know that I ever liked him that much as a captain because he's a little softer than what I would have wanted. But I think today's players probably fully embraced it. I mean, everyone seems very emotional about his departure. So I'm sure in the dressing room and et cetera, he was quite the leader for the players.
does he leave as a Tottenham legend in your mind?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he's probably, at least in the Premier League, he's top five. So, I mean, if you want to
I
go
was
all the
gonna
way back
say,
to 1892 and all that stuff, then there can be debates about that, but easily top five.
I just pulled this guy's stats up. He got there in 2015. He went on a run of 21 goals, 18 goals, 20 goals, 18, 22, 24. That's pretty damn good in the Premier League for that
That's
guy.
really good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really
That's
good.
pretty damn
And
good. He
he's
was on
not
a
even a
tear
main
there.
striker. He's like a winger. So for him to do that's impressive.
Right.
Exactly. He was always coming in off the wing. But yeah, like today's point, it went 24 down to 14, 17 to 11. So he did fall off a little bit, but I always thought he was a guy that worked his ass off and ran his ass off on the field. So
Well,
maybe
once it
the
got to
Premier
Ange
League's a little too
Ball,
high for him now.
yeah, once you got into Ange Ball, he had less space to do what he was trying to do. It was so crowded, heavy traffic, and he loved that freedom. To your point, being a winger, he loved the freedom of being out there on the left and really just running at teams that were on their heels. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, it's he's history now, but he's great history. Got a trophy before he left.
Yeah, I
From an
knew.
LAFC standpoint, that's big for them too. They're about fifth or sixth in the table right now, but of course they have playoffs coming up, so
Oh
they're a
wow.
they're a tr they're a trendy pick right now to go out and win their conference through the playoffs because they got Dennis Bouanga, who's really good up top, and now they got Son paired with him, and yeah, that's big for them. Obviously, it's $26 million they invested in him, so
So does he
we'll see.
slide right in? I don't know who. I'm assuming they're going to put him on the left wing. Is he jumping whoever was playing that deal and is in?
I think the other guy I mentioned, Buong, will just play opposite of him now, and they'll put Son wherever the hell he wants to go, which is probably off the left. So they'll have two, honestly, on paper, probably two of the top five wingers in the league once those two are on the field together. So we can get to it later here if we wrap up MLS later, but I would look for them here towards the fall, making a strong push for the Western
Yeah.
Conference, in all honesty.
Yeah, other than that, Spurs have been busy with the bullshit headlines, but Madison obviously went down and he hasn't even gone a scan yet, but it doesn't matter. I think he's probably out two-thirds of the season if we're lucky. From the sound of it, he just one of those deals. There wasn't a whole lot of contact. There wasn't much to it, but it's a re-injury to his knee, and sometimes it doesn't take much for that to reoccur, and it's quite the setback. I mean, that's now. So we're offering Rodrigo like 100 million. There's I don't know. I would think we'd be more of a pull because we're in Champions League and we have a new manager,
Right.
but it's not that easy. All the variables Levy factors in, and as a now would be a target again, but now he has a $69 release clause.
Ooh.
Nice.
I can't believe that nobody has, no matter what. I mean, people can afford him, the people that have the money. So he's another season at Palace. That would just be weird. It's like,
That does
really?
I
seem
heard the
weird.
bad rumor. I heard the bad rumor of him going to Arsenal in the end.
Yeah.
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 I would hate that because I like him as a
Ugh.
player, and that would just make me want to
Yeah,
throw
that's
up.
that's awful. I hope that
Um,
doesn't happen, but hey,
Well, they keep
but to your
losing in
point, like you
preseason
said,
anyway.
he's
I wouldn't worry too
with
much about
Chelsea's
him.
players. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
yeah. So Spurs aside, Alan, it looks like United's been pretty busy. They're going after this Czech or Slovakian fullback or center back. at Leipzig. Is that right?
He's a striker,
Oh, he's a
Sesko.
striker?
Striker.
Oh,
Yeah,
Plays
wow.
on the opposite side of the field, Dave. Yeah, no worries.
but he's
Well,
huge. He could play both.
that's
He's
kind of what
huge.
you want.
He could also play goalkeeper. So yeah,
Okay, sounds like a jack of all trades. Great.
Might need that. Might need that.
yeah, we might. Yeah, United have been real busy. It's kind of surprising. And then David David Ornstein even came out and said that they're also contacting Brighton about Baliba,
I
which would
saw that
be
today. Yeah.
if that's the type of midfielder we need. I don't know how much money we have that we can go ahead and shell out another 80 to 90 for another player, but we do need somebody in midfield. So if we were to get Sesko wasn't my top pick. Osimhen would have been awesome, but I don't think
Yeah.
they wanted to deal with that whole crazy situation that Osimhen's in with Napoli and all that stuff. Um, they were obviously looking at Gyökeres, but he clearly wanted Arsenal, which I don't blame him because he's got Champions League football and as good of a player as he is. So
Right.
Sesko's got a lot of raw talent. He looks good. He just hasn't been as prolific as people would like for the money you're spending on him. So there's definitely a chance of kind of another Hoyland situation, which none of the United fans are super excited about. Quite a
No.
few Hoyland United fans wanted to just go ahead and get Ollie Watkins because at least for the next maybe 2 years, you're probably assured 15 to 20 goals. But I think the new strategy of just going for young and developing, and maybe they're not the total package this year, but maybe next year, or even the year after. I think that's the right way to go. So I'm more
Well,
excited for
it's
Sesko than I am Watkins.
and it's a matter of Amarim getting the players he wants, right? I mean, he's still probably trying to crawl out of the previous regime's players, so to speak.
Right, right. Yeah, but I'm real excited for Mbumo and for Cunha. I
Oh,
mean,
wow. Yeah.
but again,
Me
like
too.
I've been excited. I've had exciting transfer windows, and then it still becomes a complete dud. Just look at the Ronaldo and Varane and Sancho window, and then everything went to crap, and we had to bring Ragnick in, and it went
Mm.
it went terrible that season.
Did those
So,
guys feature in the summer
Ralph.
series? Mbumo and Cunha?
yes, yeah, and Mbumo played the last game for a half, and Cunha played two of the three games, and yeah, I mean they look a little bit better technically. They look like they fit the profile of what Amarim wants for those sort of, attacking mids behind the striker. But the
Hmm.
nice part is those guys can actually play striker. So I think there's going to be some fluidity about the top three up there. So yeah, I think it'll be nice. And I think they work hard. And I think that's, half the battle we've had is Garnacho and Rashford and those guys would just kind of fall off on some of the responsibilities. And if you're going to play for Amarim, you got to run all over the place and press with or without the ball. So but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's exciting. I'm kind of like Dave. I don't check transfers every day. I don't get super excited because stuff falls through all the time. And like I said, we've seen fun stuff, exciting summer transfer windows happen, and then it falls flat throughout the season. So I try not to get too excited about it. So I just want to see progress. If we can finish in the top half of the table, that'll be progress.
Well, what's funny is the Romano stuff, or is that his name? Romano.
Yeah,
You always wait for his picture of the guy holding the shirt. Now they're just doing it ahead of time on different sites. So it's like imagine this guy if he had was a Spur, and it's like what can you believe anymore? I mean,
it's all AI, Dave. It's all AI. Don't trust
yeah.
it.
So yeah, I guess that leaves Chelsea, who is fresh off their Club World Cup championship. I'm sure you brought a couple of the signings
Champions of
with
the
you,
world.
Delap, and who else was it that was signed and went on the road
J-
with you?
Jao Pedro.
Yeah, yeah, he did well as well.
He's hit the
So
ground running.
Old Jao. Old Jao.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing on Cisco real quick. To the Watkins Cisco. I think you've already got two Watkins guys. You've got two Premier League proven strikers there, and Cunha and Boimo. So yeah, you go spend the money on Cisco, and you have him for 5 6 years to play with those guys. You build off that, in my opinion, in Manchester. Instead of Ollie Watkins might be a little proven in the EPL, but he's probably what 5 6 7 years older than Cisco is.
Yeah, he's 29.
Yeah,
So
if
yeah.
if they got Cisco and they got some other guys out of there, which will lead into Chelsea here, I guess, with like Garnacho being sold. And if you get rid of Rasmus Hoyland or somebody else, like that pays for Sesko right there. So
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah. I
it's it
I
the
think
window's definitely not over for guys leaving Manchester. That's for sure.
the report I heard though is just getting Rashford's wages off the books basically cleared the way for a striker, which is nuts. That's how much he
Yep,
was
I
getting
believe that.
overpaid.
Yeah,
He
So,
went to
I could see
Barcelona, is
that.
that right?
yeah, and they took all of his wages on, so United kind of get to wash their hands for the season of him. Um, I think there's an option to buy for Barcelona, but hopefully he plays well. I saw in his debut, he only played like 33 minutes and then he got subbed off. So something didn't quite go right on the debut, but I imagine he'll do well for him. I hope he does well. I hope that he does well for him.
Yeah,
I don't have an
that would
issue
be
with
nice.
Rashford. I just know that he doesn't, fit what Amram's trying to do. So it was
Right.
time to move
Well, he
on.
was yeah, he was there his whole life. So I mean, how much longer do you want the guy to stick around, and what else is he going to accomplish? But
Yeah.
in his eyes, he's thinking, shit. In my opinion, he kind of lucked out. Like Barcelona wants me, hell yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
there.
that's great.
Well,
It's
and and
it's a World Cup year for him coming up. Like
yeah,
he wants to make
exactly.
that squad.
And but I don't know. If I was Rashford, I'd be maybe. I mean, it is exciting that it worked out. You get to go to your dream club of Barcelona if you're not going to be at United because he's a boyhood fan since he's been there his whole life. But um, he still was like their third pick. Like they wanted Luis Diaz,
Yeah,
they wanted
yep, you are right.
Williams, Nico Williams, and so they may have even wanted a third guy, and then they came for Rashford. So it took a while. So in Rashford's head, you're probably a little bummed that you're the third or fourth pick, but it really did work out for him, all things considered.
Yep, agreed, agreed. Now we can go to Chelsea. Sorry, I just had to talk a little bit of sense on Man U. I'm not going to hate on him so hard every time. But yeah, Club World Cup champs. It was kind of an interesting summer. Soccer never really stopped if you were a fan of
Nope.
somebody. Um, and towards the end of the tournament, teams were taking it seriously, so it got a little interesting. And like you said, we took some new signings there with Delap and João Pedro. João Pedro basically won us our match. The first match he showed up, he had a brace, I believe, and Cole Palmer scored the other, something like that. Hell, I
Hmm.
can't remember. But yeah, ended up beating PSG, who was kind of on a roll. Obviously, the Champions League champs, and they were just kind of steamrolling through everybody in the group rounds. Remember, they beat Atletico 4-0 at the very beginning of the tournament, I believe, and everybody's like, "Holy crap! Is PSG gonna rev this back up?" Not saying that they aren't, but we ended up getting them in the final. We got a hefty paycheck for it, so that's always good. Because unlike you guys, I have to check transfers every day because we sell or buy somebody every
Yeah,
six
yeah,
fucking
you're
hours,
not
it feels
shy on
like.
either.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I tried to write this down so I had it all. Uh, so far, what's been done? Um, we have one, two, three, four, five, at least five sold permanently off the books. With Dewsbury Hall going to Everton, João Felix is in Saudi Arabia, thank God.
Yeah.
Nani Madueke went to Arsenal. Petrovic went to Bournemouth. Kepa went to Arsenal. So we're shipping a lot of guys out, and as soon as we ship somebody out, we're just buying another player. Shocker
You
there.
you
I'm
liked
surprised.
Madueke.
Yeah, I
What?
was kind of interested. That deal was weird because from it seemed like nobody had reported on it prior to the season ending. At least from what all of us saw here locally. We're not connected whatsoever to London, but there was no rumor of like him being a target for anybody. The only thing I remember throughout the season was he was benched a few times for his effort, like in practice. So I'm sure he might have hated Maresca and his styles somewhat. So there could have just been a personality clash, and Maresca and him were just like, "Hey, we can find a spot for you elsewhere if you don't want to do this or that."
Yeah.
So I guess it just came down to that, but we made quite a bit of money off him, so that's not bad. I mean, he's a decent player, but he's not somebody that's winning us a Premier League title at the moment. So
Well, and getting João
we
Pedro was a great move. I thought that was really good when I
João
saw it.
Pedro,
And he's looked really good so
he's
far.
gonna be pretty dangerous.
And
Yeah,
Delap.
and it's gonna be pretty fluid up top. I think the rumors Nico Jackson's definitely out the door.
Yeah,
So
when
it'll
I
be
saw the
interesting to
links with
see.
United and Jackson,
I
I was
did
like,
too.
please no, please. And I don't
He
mind,
was
I don't mind Jackson to an extent, but compared to some of the other strikers out there, I just liked that idea over what Jackson will bring.
I was hoping you brought that up. I saw a stat today that over the last 2 seasons, Jackson has a better goal assist in league play than Sesko does. So that is why Chelsea is like sticking firm to a high price because he's done that in the Premier League where people like Sesko or Osimhen have done it in Turkey or they've done it in the Bundesliga. Am I frozen on y'all's screen,
You're
by the way?
frozen.
Yeah, you're frozen.
My
So
bad.
the
But yeah,
problem with Jackson
Jackson's on the
though
way out.
is his expected goals. He's not hit it. Most of the the best strikers in the world overperform their expected goals. Jackson heavily underperforms. So the thing
And I
is
think that's why we're willing to let him go.
he's
Yeah.
missing his chances. So yeah,
He's kind of like
well,
Darwin.
exactly. He's like Nunes. Um,
Yep.
good Lord,
Yep.
if Liverpool get Isak as well on top
Oh,
of Ekatike and Vert, I mean, their squad is about to be. I'm not saying it's going to work, but their squad's about to be nuts.
yeah. I think the last I heard they're about 50 million off on Isak. But if they sell, I'm assuming Darwin's going to Saudi.
That's what I saw today.
Yes.
Yeah, and
That made me laugh. Did that not make anybody else laugh?
Why?
Because he was supposed to be this up and comer big boy striker badass guy in the
Oh,
EPL and
nobody
then
cares. He misses so many
he had
shots.
exactly. He had one decent year, but he played like 50 matches and had like 17 goals. So Liverpool
I
fans thought
like
he
his
was good.
positioning. I like his interplay
But for
with
him to just come here and flop and then go to Saudi, not flop, but if
he
you go
didn't
to
live up
Saudi at
to it.
26,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
didn't live up to it.
get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Go to Saudi. Same with Jao Felix. Like, get out of here, dude.
yeah,
Get
right.
out.
Get out of here, dude.
Get out.
So wait,
But yeah,
Chelsea have added Pedro, Delap.
we've got
I know you have
Jamie
others.
Gittins from Dortmund.
Gittins, that's
He's a
right.
winger. So that's kind of like we're willing to let Felix and Madueke and Nico Jackson leave because we're going to make money off their sales because we're buying these guys for less than them. Simple math. But and these are younger guys as well. We bought a left back
Didn't you
from
just buy like a
Ajax.
19-year-old?
Yep, he's a left back from Ajax. He's
Oh,
highly
that was the
rated.
left
So
back.
think
Okay.
hopefully Cucurella does have to play 65 matches next year because he's unbelievable for us, and we have to keep him healthy. So we had to find cover for him,
Yeah.
and we found a young 19-year-old. And then we got Xavi Simons, the Dutch guy.
You
RB
got
Leipzig
him?
is rumored to come in.
Oh, you didn't get him
It's
yet.
any, not yet. Any
Yeah,
day now, and
yeah.
all the people at Chelsea, the people with any connections, are saying Garnacho is going to happen at some point.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I don't
It is
I don't
interesting.
know
You don't
what
know
that
what he'll do
means.
there. I mean, we talk about this all the time. The guy's in the right place at the right time, and then what
That's
happens?
what I
So,
said. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the end
Yep.
product of a
I
decision
always thought he
maker.
was dangerous. Right.
Yeah,
It's the
he's a
end
good
product, and
player.
hopefully he can just pass that ball off to Palmer or
yeah.
Delap up top, and not have to worry about taking that final shot. But even when he's with United, I'm like, I hate playing against that guy because he's creative and he's quick and he's fast and
Yeah.
he goes at people, which you don't see too often these days. But
Speaking of
everybody at Chelsea, guys are saying it's going to happen, so we'll see.
well, I mean, we need the money, so yeah, I'm all for it. And he's clearly not
Right.
going to come back into the squad after
Yeah, if you're not happy and
what
you can make the
he
money, get his ass
what
out the door.
well, he decided to mouth off, and so it's like, look, bro, nah. And I'm glad Amarin's putting his foot down. It seems like he's really trying to create a united group, and Garnacho was probably messing some of that up with his ego. So,
Sure.
but I wish him the best. I mean, I don't have anything against him. I don't really obviously root for Chelsea, but I'll be happy to see him do well as long as it's not against United.
I think Chelsea's hopeful that he's going to pull a McTominay or a
Right?
Anthony over there in Spain.
Massively improve when they leave the United team. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
get lucky on it.
Speaking of United and Chelsea, Mason Mount's had a nice preseason. He's looked pretty good, and if he can stay healthy, I think he'll probably be more like a super sub. I don't know that he'll be. I'm sure he'll start some games, but in the big matches, I don't know that he'll be a starter. But it'd be great to
I was
have
about to
people that we
say,
can rely on coming off the bench.
I was not expecting you to say that name whatsoever. I don't know about you, Dave, but I completely forgot about that
Yeah,
guy.
he's kind of the
But
forgotten
yeah,
man.
Well, he keeps being
you're right. If
injured.
he's healthy,
Him
yeah.
and Shaw are just and Madison. They can just start a team together.
Yeah, but
Yep. And West
regardless
Fofana
of
for us, we'll give you a
injury,
center back.
he's no, regardless of injuries, he's fallen from grace. I mean, he was a mainstay in the like England squad and like what 18 and 20 seemed to be quite the fixture, and he just stopped. So,
So if he stays healthy, let's say he stays healthy up until the World Cup and has a good year, is he better than anybody they could put on the England team in his position?
Which is what position? Attacking mid?
Exactly. Like an eight box to box guy, like
But
a
I don't think he has the
10 slash
defensive
eight.
side. I mean, he can play, he can press. I just don't know that he has defensive awareness enough to be a true eight. But yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know because they're not going to drop Bellingham. They're not going to drop Rice.
Not gonna
Um,
drop Rice.
so
Uh,
I don't know that he would have a place. Again, he would probably
I
yeah,
be
don't think so.
a super
I'd have to
sub.
think about that because at the end of the Euros last time around, Manu was the guy that came in there as the other eight, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't know what
I'm sure we're
Tuchel's
missing
done.
somebody else too. Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're stacked. I'm sure they're loaded. I don't think he makes it into the if he makes it into the squad, he's definitely not starting.
Is Wharton
right.
English?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
He
They would
brings
be
something.
crazy not to bring Wharton because Wharton's been really
Yeah, he
good.
brings something that a lot of people don't have on that team. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what's kind of Mason Mount's future? I guess is my overall question.
Yeah.
Stay healthy at
Well,
United and let's stick around the Premier League.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a matter of how he
End up
plays in
at
the EPL
Sunderland.
this year.
There's talk
Yeah,
that because Arsenal signed Zubamendi, they might leave Zubamendi more at the back and let Rice push more and be more your box to box, which would be, I think, kind of interesting from Arsenal. See how that goes. I'm really curious too how Gukaresh works for them because I think they're going to have to play a little different because they've been doing more of that sort of false nine sort of situation and getting it to the wingers. Now they can launch the ball into the box to Gukaresh and he can try and knock it down and
Which sucks because
score.
we were that's what kept them from
Exactly.
winning the league,
They
and now they have it.
didn't have one double digit score in the league last year, and it was the first time in 100 years that they didn't have someone in double digits in the league. So they clearly need a focal point, a striker, you know. Havertz missed what a third of the season. It was still like their top scorer in the league at 9, I think is what I
Mhm.
saw. And then they had two guys at 8. So
Yeah,
Marino is a midfielder playing striker for him.
I think initially they thought Jesus was going to be the guy, and I think he started kind of hot a couple, 2 or 3 years, whenever it was, and then he got injured, and then
it
he
wasn't
just
the
wasn't the
same after
guy.
that. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. That is what happened. They got hyped too when he looked really good at the beginning of that one season. What, 2 seasons
Yeah,
ago, I think, and then
yeah.
it kind of fell off and died. But yeah,
I
it'll be
still hate
interesting.
him no matter what.
Well, that's what I expect, Dave, and that's why we're here.
I'm not too worried about. I'm not too worried about Arsenal. Never am, but
Yeah, do
I
you
don't
guys
know.
think it's Arteta? Like it's just he's just not good enough to pull it off,
I just they're good, but who's their best player?
Rice.
Probably Odegaard.
Odegaard, Odegaard or
I would say
Rice
Rice.
or
Odegaard's
Saliba,
Odegaard fell off last season. He wasn't even that good.
one of those center
I think he
backs. I
was
don't know.
hurt, wasn't he?
A little bit, but he still played a lot, I'm pretty sure, and he wasn't great.
Yeah, Rice seems to kind of be the guy that holds it together in the
Or even
middle.
Saliba. You could argue Saliba's their best player.
Yeah, their back line is pretty stout actually. Saliba got a lot of praise,
This was
understandably.
like their third season in a row. I think they had the best defense or at least
Yeah,
goals allowed in the league.
you
So
wonder
they
if
have that
Arteta can
side
take him to
down.
that. You wonder if Arteta can take him to that next level. I mean, obviously they've knocked at the door, but
I don't
every
think so.
season at the end of the season, you go, well, that was kind of similar to what they've been doing. So is he able to get him over the hump? I mean, obviously now they've got some signings that might make you think that they could change that, and now we just have to see.
If they get Eze as well,
Well,
I think they could have a shot for sure. At least at another challenge and maybe pulling it off. I know we're not getting into our
Nope,
predictions yet, boys, but I
nope,
have been
no, no,
thinking
nope.
about Who am
No
I going to
chance.
pick to win the whole thing? I don't know that I
There's no
trust.
chance.
I don't know that I trust City. I don't know that I trust Arsenal. I don't want to see
You trust
Liverpool.
Arsenal or City more?
I think that's even.
I
You
mean,
think Chelsea on paper is better than Arsenal or Arsenal?
Chelsea is riding the biggest high right now. I mean, everything's lined up. You sign players. You won the Club World Cup. You won the Europa League or conference. You finish. You're going to Champions League. Everything is like going in the right direction for you all. It's scary. I mean, you beat PSG 3-0.
Even if it wasn't my team, still, my point was like, yeah, this team or that or Arsenal, this
I
team or
mean,
Arsenal, this team or Arsenal. And if you have to think about it for a second, then you're not really that worried about them,
Right.
right,
in my opinion. It's
right.
not it's not Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Spain. Like it's Arsenal. They're going to be somewhere at the top. They're going to screw up somewhere.
But
They're
all
not
they
going to win Champions League.
But here's what I'm saying. All they have to figure out is goals because, and I believe in defense and I believe in the stupid cliche that defense wins championships, and they
I
have
get
that.
what you're saying. Yeah,
They have
yeah.
that. And my whole thing is like if they can continue scoring off those stupid corner plays that they've been doing, and then you add a striker and maybe, one of the wingers, whether it's Saka or whoever, chipping in some goals as well. I mean, they'll be there. They will definitely be challenging because all they have
And
to add is
how
goals.
bad and how bad were Man United and Tottenham last year, and Arsenal still couldn't get past the hump? They finished 10 points off.
I know.
Well,
They had a rough
I,
spot.
Liverpool
I, I
just
just
had one of those years where
they
maybe
stayed.
they didn't do anything flashy, but they got out ahead, and by the time
Arsenal missed their chance.
yeah, anyone could have made a run that it was
Yeah,
over. It was over early,
no,
and Liverpool was just solid. They weren't any. I mean, when you look back at EPL champions over the years, nobody was like, "Wow!" It just
right.
But
not
I
enough
agree.
people that were consistent enough.
exactly.
Yep,
But coming around to
yep.
Chelsea, they're like you said, Dave, they're coming around at the right time. Chelsea, like with their young players, with their new coach, everything seems to be kind of gelling and peaking. My only worry with Chelsea, and we've gone over this a little bit, is I don't know that you have the center backs to win you the league. I think you have the midfield. I think you got, I think the fullbacks are really good. Palmer's going to do his thing.
I say
I just,
though,
I just think the center backs are a little young, and I could be wrong. They might do it. I just haven't seen it like I have with Arsenal year after year right now.
who are the
Yeah, I
center
would
backs?
say. Well, that's the thing. If Fofana's healthy, health is our biggest issue right now. If we have a healthy back line, we've got a shot, 100%. But if we're rotating, we've got four center backs between Colwill, Fofana, Tosin, and who started basically every summer league match or the World Cup match. So I think there's depth there. It just hasn't been consistent enough. Same as Chelsea in a nutshell, right there. We've got depth. We got players and positions. If those guys stay healthy, and yeah, I think if that's our biggest issue right now. If we can keep our players healthy, we're going to be right there at the top.
Yeah, that's what worries me about City as well, though. Their defense wasn't good enough last year, and so I'm just
Yeah,
sitting here thinking, are they going to improve this season? Maybe, but I wasn't convinced last season. So
yeah, they kind of broke in a new back line.
yeah,
City did last year at least, but
yeah.
that's the th I mean, I say health for Chelsea. That's the same for Tottenham. It's the same for United. If you guys stay healthy all season, it's a completely different year for you. So,
Well,
um,
here's the
center back for us, that is a key position. I do agree with you.
here's the complete unknown for my team is that I believe Ange's system exposed every single player. You don't just become a bad player. Udogi just doesn't become a bad player. Romero doesn't become a bad player. Maybe
Right.
Basuma is lazy, but those guys were all fantastic players or rated players. And that whole thing, getting the lines broken, yeah, injuries, but Ange's system, it just exposed everyone. By the time the ball got up the pitch and our back line was just under attack. And the midfielders weren't back because 8 players were pushing forward. So now that we've got a manager that doesn't do that, what are we going to see?
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited about. Now It's a little bit more less risky. I mean, don't get me wrong, Frank goes for it. He's very aggressive, but he's not going to leave the holes that Ange's system did. So,
So be a little bit more solid.
yeah, and so I'm saying, that's players aren't just going to be running their asses off trying to get back, and it's too late because we sold everyone forward, our fullbacks, everyone, and we're screwed. So that's the excitement for me, and not to mention Frank is a cool guy and he's been in the league, so you know what you're going to get from him, and I don't think it takes world-class players for him to get results.
Didn't he in like his first or second press conference talk about Arsenal and talk about Tottenham will lose games?
Correct. Yes.
I thought that was kind of funny. Just from, I don't know that he meant to get into that. It seemed like he just kind of was rambling and he accidentally started saying things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just thought it was a funny way to kind of introduce yourself as the new Tottenham manager. You're talking about a
Yeah.
rival and you're talking about losing.
Yeah. He was halfway in trouble for that one, I'm sure.
Have you liked what you've seen in preseason so far though?
I haven't really been able to watch much of it, to be honest. Most of those
Dave, what
things,
are you doing on this podcast, man?
well,
Just not a true fan, dude. Get
the
out of here,
matches
man.
were the matches are on Spurs play, and I'm not going to pay for Levy's pay his empire. One of them was
Bullshit. I
on,
saw him on Paramount Plus the other day.
yeah, but the rest of them were on Spurs play, which is our little
Sounds
deal.
like a
So
sounds like a porn site in Tottenham.
it basically is
Spurs.
bad, very cheap, bad porn.
It's a weird niche. It's a weird niche,
Leave.
but
Yeah,
No,
Levy
Trent,
runs
what
it's
that
I
a
was
show.
European
saying.
thing, Trent. It's European.
What
I
I
don't
was
get
saying,
that.
Trent, when you walked away, is that it's going to be interesting that the players we've had under Ans, they're not going to be as exposed
Yeah,
based on
yeah,
the
yeah.
system, and so I'm excited to see. I don't think they all of a sudden became bad players. I think that the lines were broken easily. We were in bad positions, and we were too risky, and so.
Who are the new signings? Forgive me for forgetting.
We bought a player from Japan. I think he's a fullback.
That's not a good start, Dave. Not a good
No,
start.
no, he's like for 5 million. Uh,
Holy shit! I could buy him.
right. Uh, God, who else did we sign? I'm drawing a blank here.
I can't even think of it. I mean that honestly. I thought you guys signed a striker, or was that just a permanent deal you made
This
with a
is
low name?
embarrassing, really. Let me see. Carry
I
on
don't.
amongst
Did you
yourselves.
guys not sign Kudos?
Yeah, Kudus.
That's
Yeah, the
what I'm
West Ham
thinking of.
guy.
There we go. There we
Yeah.
go.
I
Yeah,
was like, who the hell?
I think
And
that
then
was a
we
good
we
signing.
we signed some people that no, we signed Paulinho. Uh
Yes.
João
Yep.
Paulinho, who played at Fulham.
Oh, he's on loan though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but with an option to buy deal. But he is a massive tackler. I'm excited for him. He's up there. I think he's 29 maybe, but I actually like this guy, and I think he could be a rock.
He should be great to watch on Spurs play then. That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Big tackler.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I think United and Spurs will be very interesting to see how they, I kind of feel like the top 4 or 5 is kind of going to be set again. I think you're
Guys,
going to
Chelsea's
have
going to win the league, and you guys are going to be fighting for Europa. Okay. You
I,
guys will not
that's
be near as
that's
bad
that's
as
not the
last.
worst case scenario in my mind. Liverpool doesn't win it, and we're back in fighting for Europa. I mean, compared to last season,
Uh,
I'll take it.
Liverpool, if they get Isak, which Newcastle does not have to sell the guy, by the way.
Yeah, but now he's like not doing anything. Like he's kind of like estranged
I
himself from
come
the
from
whole
hey,
team.
I come from a club that does that every other month to like a Lukaku or somebody like that. So
Yeah, I think it's going to
I
happen
just
though.
shrug my shoulders at that. So yeah, but I'm just saying, why do they have to sell him?
They
They
don't
have all
have
the money in
to.
the world.
No, they don't have to. Well, they've been in some PSR issues, so it's about what your team brings in season over
I would keep
season.
his ass for another year. Say, screw you, Liverpool. We're trying to do something here, not be a selling club anymore. If
They've
I have
missed
that
out.
kind, if I have that kind of money,
Newcastle wanted Mbumo, they wanted Sesko, uh they wanted they've missed Etitike. They want. I mean, they've missed out on
Yeah, he went to
so many
Liverpool.
players. So
Remember
I
when
don't know.
they got their new ownership and I thought, good Lord, it's just a matter of time before they're Real Madrid, before they just buy,
Right.
they become City. And they never did.
I think they
That's my
lost
point.
their.
Like,
I think they lost their CEO, and I don't think they have a director of football right now. And I
Okay.
think some of the guys that are overseeing, some of the football management and some of the transfers are kind of new to it, and so I think that's part of the issue right now in the summer
But
that Newcastle's having.
they're a hard-nosed team. They should be organic. They shouldn't be venturing into this crap like we have money, let's just go buy everyone. I think that doesn't suit them.
But I
I
think
mean,
they need to sell Isak in order to sign, a couple more players that
yeah, what's he
they
I
need.
going
mean,
for? Is he a 90 million type guy?
It's like 120 or something is what they're
Okay.
pushing for.
Okay.
I
But
just if I was them and I have their stance of they want to be the big club with all the money backing now and they
Hmm.
want to win the Premier League, I'd give a middle finger to him, be like, screw you, give me $200 million for him then.
Shit, they ought to just bring St. Maximum back. That guy was a holy terror. I don't even know what he's
He
doing. Went to
he
Saudi.
carried
he's
his
Saudi.
ass carried them, yeah, he carried them. But I mean, if Liverpool get him, they would have a rotation of guys that are pretty damn dangerous. So
Did
if
Gordon
they make it
leave?
all work, if they make it all work,
Gordon's still there.
They
And
signed
Barnes.
Alenga. They signed Alenga too. United
Okay.
made like 15 million off of that
Alanga
signing.
had a good season at Forest, right? I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, he's so
yeah,
direct. I mean, he fits what Newcastle and Eddie Howe are trying to do really well. Like he'll fit in great.
Well,
So,
Liverpool
here's the
also got
one that
that
we
left
missed.
back from Bournemouth, by the way.
oh, Kirkish.
Yes. So
Yeah, he's pretty good. Or he looks good.
Ikatike, oh, and Florian Wirtz, duh,
Right.
Wow.
sitting
More
underneath.
like
So
Barton
they
Verts.
spent. See, he's one of those guys. Like I said, dude, I don't know about those Bundesliga guys when they come over. They
Agreed.
put up, besides Holland, they put up gnarly stats, but they come over. Like I said, I think he's small, so I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to bang with the guys in the middle. They're going to have to do something else with him, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
they've on paper their attack looks pretty damn strong. If they stay healthy, they're going to be right there. What's his nuts? Slot just has to figure out a way to make it all work again. But I keep going back to it. There's no way you guys are going to suck near as bad, and every other team is just basically reloaded. So the
Yeah.
competition is going to be high, and I think, like Dave said at the very beginning, we don't really know what to think about this upcoming EPL season.
Yeah.
Lot of unknowns going into this year.
Well, I think for starters, I think the thing to look at is 5 to 10. I mean, like I said, 1 through 4 looks. I mean, I think if we did predictions today, we'd all kind of be in that range that we're talking about. But now that
You think
No,
so?
Burnley. Burnley's in the top five easy.
there you go, that's
I,
what we play
I,
I
first.
can't wait to see JJ Watt across every like
oh
social
my
media
God,
platform just promoting Burnley
dude is
and Trent just
so
freaking out.
corny. Dude is
Trent just
such a
hating it.
cornball. He's the biggest, literally the biggest dork I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, pretty close. What else we got going on outside of EPL?
Time out. You think the top four? Or you think we're all going to agree on a top four?
Well, I'm just saying.
I
Somebody
think our
said
top
I
about
think
five
fives.
minutes ago that it's
I
pretty.
think they're going to be wildly different.
Well, what I'm saying is the teams that are going to be in it, and forget the order, but the
Oh,
teams that are
okay.
going to be in it are fairly predictable, at least where we sit right now, I think.
I will probably have one
Well,
in there that you guys won't.
we've got Leeds, we've got Sunderland, and we've got Burnley all coming back.
Leeds and
Those
Sunderland are
teams,
going right back down.
dude, Leeds has invested money in players,
I don't
and
care. They're going right back down.
I well, you want them to. Yeah, my bad. But
But
those are three teams that know how to play in the Premier League. So I think I don't know if this is going to be one of those years that
Leeds haven't been in the Prem. They've been in the Prem once for 20 years. They don't know crap about the Premier League.
I don't think it's going to be a year where those teams that come up go back down. That's all I'm saying.
you should go to Ellen Road and just say that a bunch of times in a row.
Have Darren take you. We should get
Yeah.
Darren on next week.
We
He'd be a
still need our
great one to
British
start off the
takeover.
season.
We still need our
We could do
British
a Zoom.
takeover.
He could start it off with a Zoom. I guarantee you he could join a Zoom with us.
Oh
We're
yeah.
still working on the subtitles, though. That's going to be difficult.
Mush mouth. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, Who knows?
Um,
EPL season, Chelsea's going to win. You guys will finish wherever. It's cool.
Okay.
yeah,
Um,
outside of the Prem, I haven't really kept up with like La Liga or Bundesliga stuff. I've been watching, I've been keeping up a little bit with MLS, but yeah,
Yeah, what's on the rundown? What else we got?
that's about it.
I mean, Leagues Cups tonight. It's the top four teams from the Mexican League and the top four teams from MLS will advance out of this.
To
Liga
what
MX is only
stage?
at whatever is that quarterfinal when they're final eight. Um, Liga MX only has 18 teams, so the top 18 teams in MLS qualified for this one. And it was based off a point system, but there had to be a winner each match. They keep tweaking this tournament to make it interesting, and you have to like care about it. They put like a pretty decent prize on it, kind of like the World Cup did. So teams are taking it pretty seriously now. But the top four from each side end up going based off a total amount of points after three matches. So tonight and tomorrow, I
What are
think
these
even through
on? What channel?
Friday. You'll find some on Fox Sports One, some on the Spanish networks, and then the rest will be on Apple. And I'm sure the quarterfinals and the semis and all that'll be on Fox going forward. But what's funny is that like the historically awesome teams in Mexico have not done well in this tournament format. So it's kind of been a free for all. And the big dogs are not advancing or doing well. So it's pretty fun to see for me, a guy who's followed this kind of closely for a while, even Mexican League, to see the quote unquote underdogs advance and getting a shot. This is all played America, by the way. Hell yeah,
Is
he's
that
playing
is that your
Brazil.
robot, Dave?
Yeah. So Orlando and Necaxa is on right now. Atlanta United,
Yep.
Atlas, Inter
So
Miami's
that
playing
like
right now.
the weird thing is Atlanta United Atlas that has no meaning tonight. They're both disqualified. So
Oh,
like
okay.
that, that's the shitty part of this. It's kind of like I don't know, like a late stage group match in the early days of the Champions League. When some
It
cities already advanced and are playing somebody from Iceland or some shit, and there's just
Sounders
nobody
in
on the field.
Tijuana. Too bad that's not in
Yeah.
Tijuana. If I'm a Sounders fan, I'm there.
that would be awesome. It'd be great to turn
Oh
on the
yeah.
Atlanta Atlas game though, and they're just passing it back and forth in the midfield, just not even
Yeah.
trying, just
This
passing it.
long ball.
Just
No,
could care
that's a thing.
less.
Yeah.
Keeper to
There has to be
keeper.
a winner. If it's tied after 90, they go straight to penalties.
They're just kicking it
So
to the keeper the whole time.
if you win in 90 minutes, you get 3 points. If you win in penalties, you get two. Like they did this whole weird point
That is
system. So
weird.
the
Yeah,
top four currently,
That's not
top four currently in
soccer.
Mexico.
What kind of
Hey,
soccer is
dude,
that?
right.
they're making dough. Top four of Mexican League right now: Toluca, Pachuca, Pumas, Tigres.
Say that again.
Tigres is a big club.
Say that three times fast.
Say it. And then we got Orlando, Columbus, LAFC, and Miami. So the Pumas Miami match is big. I mean, Nakatsa and what's her nuts are that's got some bearing to it. But oh my God, Orlando's up 4-0.
Yeah.
But
Get him, Orlando.
yeah, it's a new local tournament.
How much
So
is this
it was
MLS
pretty fun.
pass per season?
1,200.
Dude, I have T-Mobile and they gave it to me free.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
If you get it right now, I think it's like half off, like $40, and you get every single game, all these games, and you get their little red zone package too for it. So I've had it since I started just because I'm a sicko like that. But
Yeah,
T-Mobile got it to me free, so it's worth it. And there's no other soccer going on. There's no league play in other parts of the world, and it gets me by.
right.
And there's a lot of money involved in it now. I know people have to hate on it, but you got people like Son coming over, and Messi's here now. Rodrigo de
No,
Paul.
MLS is a far cry from where it used to be.
Yes,
It used to be too, this kind of players came over in their swan song. I mean, literally at the end of their career, maybe one or two, like Mateus came over and, back in the day. Now it's like,
I agree.
Son's not done. He's older and he's not going to play that much longer, but it's not like,
Right.
hey, I'm just coming over to America for a season and then I'm going to wave goodbye. He could be there for three
Yeah.
seasons easily. So
Steven Gerrard had a farewell tour over here. Lampard was awful over here.
Beckham,
Guys guys like that, Beckham saved the damn league. You shut your mouth.
Yeah,
That's
Rob.
true.
No, no, I'm not
That's
talking
true.
about bad. I'm saying like Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane was great at LA.
Yeah, Robbie was great.
Exactly. He showed up and just dominated and scored
Rooney
30 goals
was
a
good
season
for
and won the
DC.
MLS Cup. Rooney tore it up for 2 or 3 years, then he coached the damn team. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I get the hate on it. It's not the classic European style, but I don't give a shit. It's grown the game in our country a lot.
Drogba
You,
came
I
over.
was telling, yeah, like guys like that. He tore it up too, by the way. Like
Yep. It's
Zlatan,
I
he
think
was
it's great because
amazing.
we get a chance to see him. Oh yeah, Zlatan killed it, at least for a
Well,
season.
and
And that people are ragging on the league's cup as well, but I'm like, think if you're
uh,
a Toluca fan in New York City, you've you grew up in Mexico, a Toluca fan. Now you live in New York, whatever.
Yeah.
That place was New York Stadium. Yankee Stadium was packed with Toluca fans,
Yeah.
yeah,
and with
it's
what they've done, like you get 2 matches in 1 week, so you can see your team who is from Mexico playing in your hometown twice in 1 week for like
it's the sport is year round
30,
now.
40 bucks. Yeah,
There's no way around it. It's year round. Forget.
that's awesome for us here.
Yeah. Well, and then we're going to go right into the World Cup this next summer. So yeah.
Trent is the constant MLS apologist and supporter. I mean, there could be news that like the MLS is, killing animals in Australia now, and Trent would be like, "Look, guys, you gotta look at it from this perspective, okay?
They got to
This is
figure out a
what
way to do something right. Yeah.
Well, all you have to do is
Hey,
look at
I
what 95 is the inaugural year or whatever it was. All you
yeah,
got to do is
95
look at
after the
it.
World Cup.
It lost so much money for so many years, and
Yeah,
there weren't really any dedicated grounds. So if you
yeah,
did some sort of a time lapse on the league, it's unbelievable
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
because it could have
I
folded. It could have folded easily after 5 or 10 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not perfect, and it's definitely different from all the European leagues we're used to watching. But at the same time, I my stance on MLS is they've had to do what they've done and the model they've done, the playoffs, the how they still have a draft, like they still have to do weird things like that.
Yeah,
Transfer market's different. There's been and people get pissed off that it's a single entity, like all the owners have to say if a
right,
player gets in.
right,
No, they just have to agree on doing things better for the league because they all have $500 million invested in this.
yeah. I don't think anybody has to
And
apologize for it anymore. I think it's. I
yeah,
mean, I
it's
literally
like
need to. I literally need to pick a team. So
I mean, it's there's so much exposure now. They're putting so much money into it that this Apple deal, people are like, I'm not paying for that. I'm like, well, I'm a soccer fan. I'm gonna pay for a lot of soccer if it's on my
right,
TV. So I want to watch a lot of things, just like I do with NFL. I get the Red Zone package. I get ESPN, whatever, to get
right,
all SEC network. Like, I'm a fan of the game. I'm not gonna hate on it just because it's different.
right.
I've never understood that, but
Dave, it sounds
yeah.
like
So
Tijuana's your team.
Yeah, I mean that could be a thing.
hell yeah.
Let's see how they do tonight. That'll be my, you know,
Jump on the bandwagon.
if not, it's just a place I visit, when I'm lonely.
Yeah.
When you have nowhere else to go. Tijuana,
Right.
here we go. Let's go do it. Um, I did just look up some La Liga stuff. I forgot, it's kind of big news in Madrid. I mean, I think we've talked about this, but Xavi Alonso's taken over. So it'll be
Mm.
interesting to see what happens with the Madrid team and that new formation and just how he kind of works everything. I think I sent you guys this on Instagram, but the stars that are building up in Madrid and Barcelona, I mean, I think we're getting back to a bit of how big the rivalry was 20 years ago with the
Mhm.
Elasticos and everything that was going on back then. You had Ronaldinho on the other side, and yeah, it was just fun to watch those big clashes, even through the 2010s with Messi and Ronaldo. I think that's kind of fallen off over the last like 5, 6 years, but I
Yep.
think with how good both teams are and the stars they have, I think it's lining up to be pretty exciting again to watch the El Clasico.
Yep.
Both clubs have gone under huge stadium renovations as well.
Yeah,
The Bernabeu and the Camp Nou have been under renovation. The Bernabeu's back open, but Camp Nou is not. So now it's like they're reloading again. I agree, Alan. Um, if you tune in, if you're like a casual EPL fan, you'll tune in and you'll see midfielders and defenders you probably never heard of, just because you're not really in tune with Spanish or the that side. There's a lot of South American influence there as well. Real Madrid's got this midfielder coming in from Argentina. I think he played at River Plate last year. His name escapes me now because I'm a moron,
I
but
think I know what you're talking about.
he's
Um,
he's supposedly the next bad boy that they're gonna have.
yeah,
And they I feel like Real Madrid always has this thing when they buy the next like big star, they spend about 50 or $60 million on him. And he's pretty young at that time, but he's definitely the up and comer. They don't overspend for a guy like that, but then he's there for about 10, 12 years, just dominating the midfield.
it's worked.
I think he's from River Plate, so
It's
he's
what they
one to
did with
watch.
Vinny, and it's worked out.
Yeah,
And then
they got Modric from Tottenham at a young age, and he just became a legend there. Like
they also
Hey,
bought
if
Endrick
they
out of
want you,
Brazil.
they're gonna get you,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah,
not
for
gonna
sure.
overpay for you either.
Right.
But
hey,
yeah, I would.
Speaking of youngsters that are up and coming, I've heard some rumblings about this Arsenal kid that some people are saying he's like 15 or 16. So people immediately are comparing him to Rooney. I don't think he's has,
Yeah.
developed as Rooney. Rooney was basically a man at 15. Um, but yeah, some people are saying he's looking like a wonder kid. I don't
academy guys, are you talking about?
Yeah, he's been playing in the preseason for them, and I don't know. I've just heard
Yeah.
some of the British people I follow on YouTube have been talking about him.
Sounds like they've been paid off.
Probably. Although most of them are United fans, so I don't know why they'd care about Arsenal, but they're still talking about
Ugh.
it a little bit.
Wait, what? We forgot. How about Mueller going to Vancouver?
Oh yeah.
Got it right here.
Oh,
Trent did not
Canada.
forget. Trent did not
I
forget.
did. Yeah, no. So Cincinnati had his discovery rights to begin with,
Yeah, that was kind of
which is a
messy. Yeah.
stupid thing. But the rumor was he was going to LAFC at first, which kind of got weird. And I guess he had some personal demands in the contract. This is what I read from the LAFC guys that were not going to be met. So he was looking elsewhere in
He can do what
Vancouver.
he wants. They should naturalize him in Canada and he can play for them in the World Cup.
There you go.
Dude, Vancouver's in second place right now. They're really good.
Yeah.
So they might win the West. And if he shows up, all he's got to do is tap in goals, I'm sure. So
Yep, that's what he does. Guy knows where to be on
that'll
the
be
pitch.
that'll be pretty interesting. Yeah, you got Son and Mueller coming in one
Pretty cool.
window. That's pretty damn good for MLS right there.
They should be up in the commercials.
Oh, and Matt Turner's going back to the MLS, by the way, for
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah, I
next
saw
the
that.
next year.
Yeah.
He had a messy deal with Lyon. They were supposed to go to League Deux in France due to some financial reasons, and then somehow they worked out financial deals, but that was after they signed Turner, and I guess numbers moved around, and he's going to get loaned back to New England. So that's where he came from. So we'll see if he can get back form because the other guy in New York City right now, Freeze, who played in the Gold Cup, played pretty well last night. I guess we got a goalkeeper battle then here for the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tim Wee is at Marseille. There's another one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. I
Saw
saw
Permanent,
that.
that.
Yeah.
permanent deal. Permanent deal, man. And Ricardo Pepi's back on the field, healthy, scoring goals
Pepe.
for PSV Eindhoven,
Let's go.
and Balogun for that matter. So
Is Dest
for the
still at
most part, and
PSV?
Dest, yeah, he scored the game winner in Holland the other day in their little kickoff of the Dutch league. He scored the game winner. So
Stay
knock
healthy,
on wood.
get
I'll
minutes.
say knock on wood. Everybody's healthy at the moment.
Yeah, stay
We'll
healthy,
see.
get your minutes.
Trent, do
Right.
you have like an Excel sheet of all these US players that you just update every day? You just like look up news for
Dude,
each of them and just update it. Even like the 15-year-olds coming through,
no, I don't go that far down. I don't go that far down.
you just
But
stick to the top 25 players.
I follow a lot. Well, MLS helps too. But yeah. Well, my cousin's on the U.S. youth team, so
Yeah.
I know some of these dudes at least coming up. But he got loaned to Colorado Rapids, by the way, for the rest of the year.
Where was he?
Uh, he was in Atlanta,
Atlanta. Yeah.
and he came up through their academy like growing up, and I checked Twitter when he got loaned out, and like all the Atlanta fans were like super pissed because he's like the up and coming center back that they have. But I was
He
like, he probably wants game time.
he's the one you were texting us about playing against Messi a few months ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Same
That's
guy,
cool. That's cool.
same guy. That's how I know. I mean, I follow it probably too much, anyways, but I know some of these guys do that. that stuff.
Speaking of MLS players, it's the White Puma's birthday today.
The who?
White
The
Puma,
white
Jimmy.
puma? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Jimmy
Let's
Nielsen.
say let's say
Jimmy Nielsen.
you're wearing white puma on your shirt
You
there.
are.
Here's Jimmy. Why do you think I'm wearing it?
He is a white puma.
Yeah, he's a MLS
I'm
Cup
gonna
winner,
text him
dude.
right now.
MLS Cup winner.
Yep.
Did you know he had broken ribs during that match?
Jimmy
And it was
Nielsen. Let's
about
see if this is still his number. I'm gonna name
it was
drop.
it was about 20 degrees because MLS finals in December or whatever. He had a set of broken ribs and they won in penalties.
Oh
Pretty cool
wow,
story.
that is cool.
Pretty cool story. Alan, you got some local soccer starting up for your kids?
Yeah, he just started evaluations this week, so
Yeah, same here.
for
Same here.
NOKC. So
I don't
yeah,
have any pro soccer news updates. Anybody heard anything cool?
Anyway, from what?
they're not doing any more meetings, are
Or
they? Where's all the
I know
meetings?
I told you all I had to get you all in the next meeting, but I was
Yeah,
told
I
July,
bet once.
August was gonna have a like a branding, like colors and all the logo, but I guess things have come up. But the Court Jeske was up in New York City for that summer series with Man United and Everton and Bournemouth and West Ham.
Oh, okay.
Um, so he was up there representing Oklahoma City with his scarf out there and stuff. So
What did we?
hopefully we hear something soon.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that there'll be some gatherings as the EPL season starts up. Look at his frozen. That's a terrible
Look
look.
at that.
That's just
I look,
awful.
I look possessed right there.
I'm not gonna edit that out.
The demon was leaving his body.
Oh, I will say,
The
my
MLS
daughter
demon.
plays for OEFC,
Hmm.
Oklahoma Energy Football Club, the youth club. They changed their colors to red, gold, and black.
Oh boy, here we go.
Really
That's a
So I
sign.
don't know. Yep. We
interesting.
don't even have our uniforms yet, but I think we get them within the next week. But they're red, gold, and black.
I heard
I'll be
from
pissed if those are the colors.
I heard from a one of my accounts. Her kids play for 405 Club or Premier. I can't remember what they're called now, but I guess they teamed up with Tulsa's Premier Soccer Club, and so now some of our clubs in OKC have a connection to kind of hook up over there, which I thought was interesting because
Mm,
most everybody here tries to go to OEFC, but I guess Tulsa's going to start working with these clubs to get some of the kids over there, I guess.
trying to poach them. All
That's
right.
kind of what it sounded like. Sounds interesting. Or they're going to start that club, I guess, here in OKC as well. I don't know. I'm not sure what their plan is, but it just happened this summer. So in the youth
Oh
ranks, I thought
boy.
that sounded kind of interesting.
Oh
So we'll
boy.
see.
Can't wait. It's gonna get more confusing. Can't wait.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But hey, if it provides more opportunities for kids to play and to, compete against OEFC, I'm all for it, I guess. But
Yeah, as long as it's not $5 million a season.
it probably will be. So we, we got anything else on the rundown?
Are we gonna have projections next week then? Is that what you're telling me?
What?
I think so. Yeah,
Full season? Full
I think we need
season?
to line up some projections and maybe do another recording next week if we
Yeah,
can
we
work
get
it out.
something going next week and get this season underway.
Yeah. Kick it off with a bang. Hey, let's get a British guy on here,
Well, I'll
Get
talk to
I
Jake,
agree.
uh,
get Darren
Lester
or
guy.
yeah, get somebody on.
They're down. We don't want to talk
Yeah,
to him.
his accent's clear. You can understand him. Some of
He's
these other
probably
guys I don't trust.
he's crying about
I'm
Vardy
gonna tell
leaving
Darren you
too.
said that.
So
Paul Wilkins, we can get him on.
yeah, Paul would be great. West Ham guy. He's
I'm
probably pissed
down.
at you for taking kudos, so
He's used to stuff
True.
like that. Okay.
well,
Well,
guys,
I'm gonna go watch League's Cup.
yeah. Okay. Well, let's sign
I'm
off and
gonna.
reconvene next week where we'll have predictions.
season 3, here we go.